Right. So, welcome back to Dragonlance again. Apologies for next week, but kids can be messy. So hopefully we should be on a good run now, and I'll put it this way. We are on chapter 5, towards the end of chapter 5, and there are 7 chapters. So, well over halfway. So, if you remember last week, you killed a dragon that you weren't supposed to kill. So, bad PCs. And, and then you're traveling across to a place called Heart's Hollow. Let me just get you to the map. There we go. Traveling across the waste to a place called Heart Hollow with a person you rescued from... Where was it? From Wakenrith, I think? Somewhere. And you're on your way to location which looks mysteriously like a G on the map, which is Heart Hollow. But on the way there, you came across a person who called himself Clistrin. And he was running along the inside of the ravine, chased by the water, chased by spiders. But you managed to rescue him from the spiders, and he survived. And I'll just show you a picture so you can remember what he looks like. Oops. There we go. All right. That's gonna... Oops. Sorry, just a bit of a brain fade. Okay, yeah, so Clistrin eventually climbs out from out of the ravine, and he says, "Oh, my goodness, thank you so much for rescuing me. I am forever in your debt. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Clistrin. I see you have one of my compatriots," and he waves to his friend, whose name I've temporarily forgotten. And he says, "To who do I have the honor of thanking for my rescue?"
Well, we're the Green Shield Company, and well, as you can see, there are lots of soldiers with us. So we're scouting the northern wastes for signs of the Dragon Army, trying to fight them where we find them, and looking for a city buried under the desert. What's the name of it again? The City of Lost Lights? Lost Names?
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for that lost city, I'm afraid I do not know of that city. And nobody knows more about the wastes than me, and I have not seen it, so maybe it's on a fool's errand? Where did you get this information from?
Well, I think it was
one of the sea elves, right? Or
No,
was it
I think
from
it was
one of the remaining people left in Caliban, maybe?
yeah,
I
I
don't
think it
remember.
was
It's
one
been
of
a long
the
time.
yeah, I think it was one of the evil knights we fought and had a note or something. I think I've probably written it down, but I'll have to scroll a bit to find it. But yeah.
So let me get this straight. You're going across the northern waste looking for a lost city you're not entirely sure of the name of, and you're not entirely sure why you're looking there? Have I missed anything?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
we're
Well,
really good adventurers. Yeah.
Well, we have some intel that tells that a certain Lord Sop, famous Knight of Solamnia of times past has risen back from the dead and is, well, somehow up to no good.
I can't help but you fear wear the armor of the Knights of Slumnia. Are you allied with this Lord Soth?
Oh no.
Absolutely not. He will die for real.
Oh, he will die for real. Well, you mentioned the dragon army. I've seen some of the Red Army. Some of them are riding on. They're not quite dragons. They're kind of smaller than I imagine a dragon would be. But they're riding around and doing lots of scouting. Is that your quarry? Is that who you're after?
One of it, of the quarries at least, yes. We dealt with a large camp last night, but I'm sure there are more of them up here.
Well, I do see the original patrols, but as I said, not to brag or anything, but no one knows no one knows the wastes better than what I do, and I can hide from them quite easily. And I gotta say, circumstances beyond my control led me to flee down this ravine, chased by the wash and spiders. So that's very, very out of character for me. But I always find a way to survive. And you guys, turns out you are the way to survive. So I thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. Couldn't really just stand by and watch you become spider food. So
Fate worse than death for sure. Now tell me, I can't help but notice there's an army over there. They're there with you?
yes, they're out of Kalaman. They've been sent with us and are under our orders to seek out and find the dragon armies and put an end to this Lord Soth. They've been invading all across the country.
Interesting. Can you just make me a persuasion check, please, Illivan? I'll give you advantage since you're with friends. He looks over to his friend and he said, someone remind me before I look up my notes, what was the friend's name? Someone mentioned it?
Rowan. R-O-N.
So, Rowan, you know these people as well? Rowan says, well, yes, they've actually saved me as well. I've been captured by the dragon army, so I too am in their debt. And Clistian says, well, I think all things considered, I think maybe we need to take them to talk to Ness. Now, we're in a place called Heart's Hollow, and one of our biggest assets is our secrecy. Now, I trust you people. Many wouldn't, meeting strangers in the wastes like this. But if Rowan says you're good, and you're obviously good in my eyes, then I think you could come to Heart's Hollow and meet up with Ness. But, and here is a big but, I simply must insist that you take your army elsewhere. And as I said, secrecy is our key, and if we're literally dragging an entire army to our base, well, that's going to give us away, isn't it?
Yes, I understand, but if you look at these men, they've been through a lot. They were under attack by a huge black dragon, and
A black dragon?
some are wary.
Did you say a black dragon?
Yes.
Yeah, don't worry
It's
about
dead.
that, friend. It's dead.
It's
Oh.
really dead.
Well, I'm glad it's really dead, but my goodness, I've been going over these wastes for many years in the hope of seeing a dragon. I've only heard them about as legendary. But what else can you tell me about this black dragon?
Well, if you look upon our army, soldiers, raise your shields.
Oh,
She's gonna just point at the shields, the dragon scales attached to it.
well, that is very cool. I can't help but notice that none of them are burnt, but seem to have taken some type of damage. I thought dragons breathed fire.
Acid.
Acid.
This one breathes acid. Yeah.
Ooh, nasty.
Don't get touched by that.
It
Don't
used
do
to breathe acid.
Oh yeah, no, it's dead. But in general,
Well, in a way, I'm both happy and sad that I didn't get to see it, judging by the state of some of your men and women as well. This is a bit of a non-negotiable for me, though. If we are to take you to Hearts Hollows and meet with Ness, maybe we could share intel, but we simply cannot drag an army there. They're very hard to hide.
Would it be okay if I can take the army and camp nearby? And
Nearby, just
That's
the way you
much.
phrase it. Like,
Well,
not very nearby would be preferable.
yeah, well, we gotta get out of this ravine, and the others gotta know where to find us. So
Well, of course.
Can
I'm
travel
not saying
along
right
that.
now. I mean, let's see. Hearts Hollow is probably. Whoops! I was clicking that wrong button. This is not initiative. Hearts Hollows is probably, let's say, half a day away. I could get you there in a couple of hours, though. I know some shortcuts.
okay,
We have Habakkuk's blessing that we could give you to make the terrain easier as well.
Wow, Habakkuk's blessing, that's the blessing of a dead god. Doesn't really impress me much. But I'll get you there quickly enough. But we have this issue.
you
of
can
the
just
army.
point out as we travel, perhaps for a place where our soldiers can stay out of your way, I guess. And, does that sound okay? We'll just travel a bit further along, and we'll set up camp, and
How
you'll travel
good?
to wherever Heart Solo is.
How good is your army at following directions? Like, I don't want to say go here and go there. I want to point out there now. I just want to travel quick. I want to travel light. And dragging an army behind.
they're
is
very
not-
great.
They're very good.
Wonderful. Awesome.
I will travel with them just to keep things easier. So yeah,
Well, that would be preferable. I will point out, though, that there's no chance of finding Hearts Hollow without myself or Rome. So you're going to be out there in the desert on your own. Well, not on your own, with hundreds of men, but if that's what you want.
well, I can see some cliffs to the west. I think we can set up camp there, and I think the others can find us easily then.
And you will stay with your army?
Yes, if that's okay with the rest of you guys. I'm sure this will be fine.
And if we can't find you,
Ah. Oh,
Don't we
I
have
think-
these phones
Yeah.
or
The,
whatever a
uh,
phone
the
is?
phone. Gnomish radio, or yeah.
Oh, yes. Those
yeah,
things.
Plod's
Yeah, we
got
can,
that on.
Ah,
Communications! Plot reporting for duty, man!
You're doing great, Plod.
Communications officer, reporting for duty. And just to be clear, the thing you have, Fargab. And it has a range of 18 miles, which I think is that radius we've got. Oh, it's
Yep.
18 miles. That's the range. So,
yeah. So I'm thinking we take the army just to the west here, or so,
Mhm.
just to the west, and well, it should be within range, I think.
It is, yeah.
well, Okay then. So you settle up your army. I think that area to the west would be perfectly fine. And I'll take the rest of you to see my old mate Ness. If there's any other questions, tell me. You said you came across an encampment or something of dragon army soldiers.
Yeah, like
yeah.
a fortress.
A fortress, and you took down a
Yeah.
fortress.
No. Well, yes.
No, well, yes. You speak in riddles, ma'am.
It was like an encampment, but it was like bigger than that. There was a lot of guys, but we had more, if that makes sense.
Oh, your army. Oh, well, that makes more sense. So tell me, any interesting finds in there? Any intel we could use? I'm sure Ness would be most interested.
I don't know that we looked around, did we?
Yeah.
There were some prisoners we released. The more of the intel that we got was more so from the Sunward Fortress.
Okay.
There was this
Kill
like
the dragon.
stone. There was this like stone that was creating like dragon-like monster things. The army thought they could use it to. We blocked off the entrance, and then we killed a big old black dragon. So
Very good. So no, nothing interesting found in the encampment.
Well, there was this letter, right?
Yeah, the letter was talking about Belafion's orders, something in Summon Fortress. Yeah, it was relating to that stone, like Doug said.
The stone that you buried. Who is Doug?
That's his nickname.
I think he introduced himself as Steel/Doug. Okay, got it. Doug gets up in frustration and just walks away. Okay, so a letter about the strange stone that turned, and you said you buried that, Steel Doug.
yes, we ran into some like creature things, and we killed them, and we couldn't move the stone, so we just destroyed the entrance.
Very, very smart. Okay.
Don't drink the liquid; it kind of burned my hair off.
And I just want to point out, just sort of out of the character of Clistrin, you did find something else interesting in Camp Carrying Clay. I'm not sure if you're purposely not saying it or you've forgotten.
I
Might
forgot.
have forgotten.
Yeah.
I
can
just
only remember
remember
that.
I just remember the letter talking about Belfane excavating the fortress. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ooh!
Oh, that's
How
right.
could we forget?
Maybe we rushed over
Yeah,
there.
I have that with me. I forgot.
Yeah, we're awesome.
So
I
I'm just
forgot.
saying,
I'm the one taking care of that too.
so I'm just telling the characters, the players rather, the characters can do with that information what they want. You would all inherently know, since you saw a dragon, and dragon is, oh my god, you were possibly the first dragon sighting in hundreds of years, so that was awe-inspiring, and so you know that this bronze dragon egg is potentially incredibly valuable. I would say someone like Gwyn would know that bronze dragon eggs, the bronze dragons were allies in the previous Great Wars, as opposed to red and black, classic chromatic versus metallic dragons. So, you have that. You know it's valuable. Gwyn, I assume, would have informed you that bronze dragon eggs are typically good aligned, though they can be corrupted. Back into character.
So, in a retrospective dialogue, would we agree to keep this a secret, or would we not?
Yeah, I
Keep it
think
a secret?
we definitely would keep it a secret. It's something
Yeah.
so valuable.
Yeah, without this retrospective dialogue, I think Ylva would just have said it. So, yeah. Now she's not saying anything about it.
All right, a secret.
Okay, so
it
it's a secret.
is.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, letter about Balthion, whatever that person's name is, and a letter. But you seem to have dealt with this strange corrupting stone. Well, you're proving more and more valuable by the day. I'm sure Ness would be absolutely fascinated to have a talk with you. Well, I believe your name was Ylva. A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. And I think we'll be in contact.
We will.
Okay, let me just check one thing. Okay, so Klistrin kind of gathers you up and nods to Ylva. Well, I guess we'll be in touch. Not sure if there's any messages you want to relay, but I am keen to get going.
Be safe. I'm gonna address the others. Contact me if anything happens, okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Will do.
Okay. So I just want to check one thing here. That's weird. Sorry, just a sec. Okay. So, Ylva, you leave with the army, and yeah, and then Klistrin leads you through the wastes. Now, while he didn't take much note of the fact that you have the blessings of Habakkuk, you realize it'll take you most of the remaining of the day to get there. But Klistrin is very nimble. He knows this places very well. And traveling through the waste, occasionally you head down what looks like a we're just carrying it ends in a dead end. So there's lots of backtracking and going forth, going round and avoiding the wash and things like that. But Klistrin avoids it, and he gets you there in just a matter of a couple of hours, when normally it would take you 4 or 5 hours. So he definitely knows his ways around. He does stop for a moment. Along the way, he stops and addresses Anvar. So I believe Anvar was your name, correct?
Oh, yes, yes.
I can't help but notice you're wearing the white robes. Are you a wizard?
I am some kind of magic user, yes. But I wouldn't say a wizard.
Someone who casts spells is a wizard. I'm confused.
Well, if that's what you want to call me, then sure.
Well, I'm not trying to be rude. It just seems like an obvious thing.
Well, there's differences, so to say, but let's not get technical. I use magic, yes.
I hear stories about magic users taking tests of their metal. I assume since you're openly wearing the white robes of the wizards, you've taken such tests?
There's still more tests for me to take, so to say. I've done my trials to be able to use magic, but I'm still yet to take the final exams.
Interesting.
I was actually going to try to take the exams, well, some time ago, but with all this trouble that's happening around us, it's been postponed. So
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Now, I gotta ask you, are you allowed to do that? Or not passing the actual test?
well, normally I wouldn't be, but I've been granted special permission, and I'm gonna show him like the little badge that I got. I guess I'm also wearing it on my robe, and I'm just gonna point towards it and say, I've gotten this little permission to use magic to help my friends on their quest. Without the use of magic, I wouldn't really be any use at all, so I'm kind of grateful to be able to do so.
Well, that's a mighty fine badge, but you understand it means less than nothing to me, right?
Right, but to the oh, what's it called again? High sorcery. Well, it means I'm allowed to use it, and frankly, that's all that matters, I guess.
Well, don't get me wrong, I don't really care if you've done it or not. I mean, you could be a renegade wizard. I've heard of those. I don't have any opinion about them myself. What's your opinion on the renegade and wizards? Those who don't take any tests, those who don't have fancy badges.
Well, that's a good question, actually. I haven't had any time to reflect too much on it, but personally, I think as long as their reason to use magic are noble, I personally don't see a problem with them using it. But between, well, if I were to speak from the interest of the high sorcery, I would probably want them to join the ranks and get some allowance to use it. Magic it's powerful, you know.
Of course.
So it's good to have the proper training to use it and the permission, of course.
So, if I understand this right, as long as the renegade wizards use noble magic, then everything is good. If they don't, but preferably they should take the test of the high sorcerer.
Yes, that's at least what I think personally.
Can you make a persuasion or deception check, depending on which way you're going with this?
Oh, I'm speaking truthfully.
Okay. Are you casting Fury Fire there, Gwyn?
Yeah, because I've never had this conversation with Anvar, and I clearly use magic in front of him all the time.
Oh! Well, let's just say for flavor, both Anvar and Klistron, they both light up. What color do they light up with, Gwyn?
Green.
Oh! Oh, you cast magic too?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, she does.
You're a renegade wizard?
I wouldn't say that because I'm not. I don't think I'm really a wizard. I don't study magic, but yeah, I'm not going to school.
What? You don't study magic and you just cast this amazing spell as he looks at his green skin?
It's really cool, actually. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I got. I was gonna do something else, but that would be very scary. So anyway, I'll just turn it off and just be like, yeah, you know, people should be able to use magic if they can use magic. I don't really feel like there needs to be a hot, stuffy magistrate or whatever they're called telling people what they can and can't do.
Well, I'm in whole agreements with you. Gatekeepers of knowledge. Well, that's. I mean, the only thing, there is nothing to be lost if you share knowledge with someone. If I tell you a fact, you get the fact, I still retain the fact. There is no reason to hide knowledge. Don't you agree, Anvar?
Well, of course, I guess. But as I said prior, as long as your goals are noble in the pursuit of magical usage, I have nothing against it.
Oh no.
Oh! Another
Around Steel's body. He's like firebending it around Steel's body, like having the
His own
fire
body,
circle
thank God,
around him. Yeah,
okay.
his own body. Yeah. Just showing like
And we're just gonna try to stay calm and composed as everyone is like flashing their magic use around.
So you look unusual for this area. I have nothing against you, but you're another renegade wizard?
He's not here.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, friend. I'm kind of not from this world at all.
What world are you from?
I couldn't tell you. All I know is some person named Habukok brought me here to supposedly protect somebody.
Now, you're talking about the gods as if they're alive. Habakkuk, I know for a fact, hasn't brought you here. The gods are dead. They've been silent for centuries.
No,
He
they've
didn't
been
talk to you,
talking.
mate.
They've been talking a little bit.
Is Teo still among us?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Teo would be here for this conversation, but...
Yeah.
Rip.
Not sure. Well, Teo... it's hard to say. Well, Teo will talk about how he's been blessed by the gods, and the gods are now working through him. And we'll leave it at that. And Clifton says, do you have some proof of this? Some example of it? And Teo will cast some divine magic. It's interesting. Maybe the gods aren't dead. We have renegade. I keep on saying renegade wizards. What's a better way to describe you, Gwen? If you don't like renegade wizard.
Gwen. And that's
Gwen.
good.
Gwen. Okay, and just Steel? Steel the mystery man?
Or Doug. Either one.
Yeah, Steel's fine, and this guy right next to me, this is Rappy.
Does Rappy cast magic? It seems as everybody around here casts magic.
Rappy's kind of made of my my gifts of being a smith and magic as well, so kind of a mixture of both.
Interesting. Now, this might be of interest to you.
One question, friend.
Well, of course, after you.
Before we go inside here, they're gonna be fine with our little goblin buddy, right?
Well, the goblin buddy
Fine.
helped save me. Yeah, you're okay with me, little fella?
Sure did.
Thumbs up!
I gave
He's
a lot
a
of high
great
five.
guy.
He jumps a little bit, but slaps you with a beautiful high five. Well, the reason, yes, the goblin should be fine between me and Roan. Should be fine. The reason I'm pressing you so hard against this magic thing, particularly you, Anvar, is there's an old friend of mine inside the inside High Heart's Hollow called Lavender. He's a human. Anvar is Anvar a human? I forget.
If Andrew, yeah, Anvar is human.
Yeah, so
It's kind of hard to see though.
Oh, okay.
He hides.
Well, maybe that's
He
why.
hides.
Well, I have a friend down in Heart's Hollow, Lavender, and he is a magic user like yourself, but he's more of the renegade sort. I'm not sure, but if he could maybe help you share some spells, something like that. I assume you have some type of wizardly book.
Oh, sure. I sure do. I'm gonna take out the book. I'm gonna open it, and it's completely empty.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Interesting. Magic. You guys are thoroughly confusing. I thought wizards had spell. I know what it is. A magical spell book, isn't it? Containing spells that only you can
Well-
see.
and we're just gonna smirk and be like, and nods a little bit. Yes, you are completely correct.
Hmm. All right. Just a sec. Okay, so he takes you to another area of the waste, and it just looks like any other area. And he leads you up a short cliff, and you look around, and there's nothing really to be see. Even those with reasonable passive perceptions like Gwyn, you can't spot it. And then he comes to a particular kind of a rock that looks like any other rock. He moves it to the side, and there's a very narrow ladder heading down deeper into beneath the wastes. And he says, well, follow me. And starts descending down the ladder. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. Heads down the ladder. So just before we go into Heart's Hollow properly, let's switch back over to the army and Christian. Anything interesting happening over there, Christian?
You tell me. I suppose Elva's going to help them set up, get some proper encampments for the evening, and just going around checking how everything's going, see if they've treated their wounds correctly for the acid, and the draconians in the keep. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the men are in terrible shape. The acid burns have turned into infections. The morale is really low. I mean, they got strafed by a dragon. Not healthy.
Yeah. Well, without proficiency in medicine and no healing, not much work here. So
Well, there are
I'll
healers
try
amongst
to-
your army. They're doing their best, but some of them look like a losing battle.
Yeah. I'll try to instead stay with the ones that are in the most pain and soothe their spirits, just talk to them, and
Okay. Make
try
me
to
a-
keep up morale. Like, yeah.
Let's see how well you do that. Make me... I think that'll be a persuasion. Things aren't so bad, guys. Or you could do deception if things are really shit. Your choice. Persuasion or deception. There we go.
Persuasion.
Morale is lifted. Okay. Alright. So just continuing down, keeping the spirits up. Okay, great. Well, the rest of you descend... my notes. Okay, so you descend into Heart's Hollow, which looks like this. Oof. And you follow this beautiful pathway. It's like it's completely covered up from the top, and the ladder eventually leads to this pathway that kind of curves around this cavern, and it continues in a circle pattern as you see on the map. And the sloped pathway that you're going down is covered with colourful stones. Now, I probably should have mentioned this before, but it's tradition that somebody who visits the Heart's Hollow adds something to the mosaic path. So I'm not sure if you have anything you wish to add. something pretty, something colourful, could add to the path. Do anybody has anything like that? It's tradition.
Like an object?
Oh, something that will add to the mosaic. I mean, here we have many diverse people here, so it's adding to the diversity. So something that you could add to the mosaic path would be symbolic at the very least.
What about Anvar pulling out some ink and an ink pen, and then he'll just write Andor was here on the mosaic path.
Okay.
Something like this, and it's just gonna be slightly confused if this is what he's looking for.
Of course. People. We say the mosaic path tells a story, and in years to come, they will indeed know that Anvar was here. So add it to the path.
Right?
And it's
I
kind of
would do so.
loosely packed dirt, so you can just put it into the dirt fairly easily. It's not solid. What about you, my dark elfin friend? It says turning to steel.
Oh. So he's gonna do a combo of mending to try to make like a solid, like a good solid surface in the dirt, and then he's gonna prestidigitate his clan crafter symbol from back home, which is just a very long dwarven beard that's braided down.
And what's going to happen after an hour?
Well, he'll find out, but he's not gonna say anything.
Okay, this is your clan. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you. Maybe you said you're from a different world, but maybe someone will come from your clan in distance times and see your symbol. That's great. Is Gwen back with us? I guess not. So we have one.
While we wait for Gwyn, I think Anwar would like to ask a little bit about Lavender.
Mm-hmm.
Since he said he was a renegade wizard.
Well,
So I think he would just ask, so what kind of guy is this Lavender? Is he someone you trust? Is he someone you would vouch for as a notable person?
well, put it this way. Every single resident of Hearts Hollow I vouch for. They have kept our secrets. No one has gone away from Hearts Hollow and led anybody of ill intent here. Most people in Hearts Hollow feel they've had some type of second chance at life. They've found themselves in the waste or whatever on the brink of death. And myself or Ness or one of the other residents has found them and welcomed them in. So a lot of the residents here, including Lavender, feel this is their second chance of life. So Lavender is no different. Perhaps I haven't dug into, had much talk with him, is about his history at the very least, because I don't tend to delve into people's histories. As long as they're here, as long as they work for the common good of Hearts Hollows, and that's good enough for us. I mean, I'm sure some of them have darker paths than others, but we don't think.
I understand.
Gwyn, the tradition here is, that was explained while your dog was doing its business, was that everybody's encouraged to add something to the mosaic path. Anvar wrote on a rock. Anvar was here and added it to it. Steel prestidigitated his clan symbol on it, which is odd because it's going to disappear after an hour, but he's not saying that. So, Gwyn, as I said, tradition to add something to the mosaic path. So, what
Have
could you
paint.
add? Paint?
Do
Sure.
you want to borrow some, Gwyn?
Yeah, you've got me.
Andor will hand the ink pen and the ink bottle to Gwyn.
So you're going
I'm gonna paint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna paint like a 8x12 painting of Arson, and then that'll be it.
Okay, I'm not going to even make you a performance check of that, but it's a lifelike. Lifelike? Is it lifelike or more abstract?
Lifelike.
Oh, that is interesting, Gwen. Who is that?
A friend.
Okay. I sense something more is about that, but I will not pry. As I said, we do not pry into people's history. Okay. So, having all added, kind of, arson, added symbols to the mosaic path, you head down the path. And people here, they greet Clistrin and Roan warmly, and he says, "Oh, these are my new friends." And before he has even a chance to introduce you, they turn your back on you and just ignore you. And he says, "Look, I do apologize, but you understand how we're very secretive. We don't take well to outsiders. So just don't take it personally." And as you continue down the mosaic path,
It's fine.
well, we appreciate your understanding. They're definitely giving you the cold shoulder. The first place you come across, actually, Clistrin says, "I have a couple of errands I need to run. Not terribly interesting to you, but perhaps I could meet you in the Salt Lick, which is a bit of a drinking establishment. So I can meet you there. Take your time, and I'll meet you down in the Salt Lick." And that Clistrin dances away down there. And you come across a place called Ends and Odds, and there's a dwarf there selling slightly used goods and equipment that seems to be found in the waste. Is anybody interested in checking that out?
Yes. I would like to try to see if he has some kind of valuable gemstones, perhaps even a diamond.
So you approach him and say what?
Yeah, so Andrew will just go up to him and say, "Good day. Could I bother you for a little second?"
You got 2 seconds.
Do you have
1,
diamonds?
2, and it goes about business.
And we'll just stand there patiently waiting for an answer.
Dio will walk up behind him. Hey, got any scrolls? Scroll ascending, maybe?
Give me a couple of seconds. And he goes away to a different part of the store. Doesn't return
Steel.
back?
I'm going
you-
to go peek at the door.
Could you ask
where
him
he
for a
peek-
diamond as well?
Diamond. Gotcha, I'm gonna have to play hardball with him. I'm gonna follow him into the store. Hey, you there, covered in shit. Prestidigitation, he's covered in shit. Customers here. Drop your attitude.
Look,
Well,
take
That's
this off me now.
That can be arranged if you'll come and speak kindly to my friend who's trying to purchase a diamond and maybe check if you got a scroll ascending.
Look, I don't know you from a bar of soap. You come into my store barking like a dog, stinking the place up. I don't care if I have these things or not. You're not welcome to any of them. Now piss off.
Oh, you want to be covered in piss now? No problem.
no!
Okay,
Crap.
don't say crap, you'll give him other ideas.
No. Well, he's already covered in shit.
Okay, he's just furious. Some of the other random residents, you notice them running away. Look, Look, we welcome all sorts in here. The people who perhaps not wanted. I don't think you're wanted here at all. And before long, several more citizens, the ones that run away, they come back and they're carrying swords and shields, bows and arrows, and they glare at you, Steel, and they say, I think it's best if you leave, friend.
I
me
think
too.
best if he
I'm gonna
sells
tell
us a
Steve to leave.
diamond and a scroll of sending.
No, I'm gonna grab Steel and tell him it's best that he leaves.
Listen to your friend.
We are here
All-
for a purpose, and you're not helping him.
What's happening?
All I did was refuse them
Is someone-
service. I don't know them. I don't vouch for them. I don't trust them. And he responds with this petty magic. We're all here to work
Petty
together.
magic.
And this asshole is causing trouble. And that they all kind
Yeah,
of
and
take a,
yeah,
they
yeah,
take a
what's
step
going
forward, brandishing their swords and encouraging him to go along. Sorry,
on?
Glenn, as you were.
Steel, you're gonna clean him up, or like now. Clean him up.
Oh, yeah, right. Like fires from the forge to clean him up with. Gotcha.
No, clean him up.
Ah, stupid world. Ah. Clean him.
Okay, and then I'm gonna shove him out of the store.
Okay. The citizens who have grabbed swords and shields are glad you're out of the store. Says, perhaps it's best if you leave, friend.
Like leave.
Like, leave.
Okay.
I mean, you've been in our
wait.
place here for less than 5 minutes, and you've already caused trouble.
Can we at least wait for our friend to get back?
Make a persuasion.
He's one of your
check,
guys?
Gwent.
Guidance.
Okay. Oh, I don't think that's gonna matter.
Now you're casting more magic to try and twist our minds. You just haven't learned your lesson, have you? Now
I
piss
don't
off!
have magic to twist your mind. What?
No, not you. He's casting some type of spell. You're fine, miss. We like you, but this
Idiot.
asshole.
Oh, you're an idiot. Oh, you're an idiot. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to leave. Yeah,
Fine, whatever. I'm going back to Yulva in the army. Screw
no,
this.
no, don't go that far.
Nope. They want me gone. I'm gone. You can
Don't
handle
leave.
yourself.
Yeah! No, you're just gonna wait right outside because whenever our friend gets back, we're gonna have a talk. You don't go anywhere but outside.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Yeah, because if you get too far away from me, you can't protect me, right?
Yeah. You're sticking your tongue out again. I think I've done my job.
Whatever, bitch.
Why don't you roll me?
Fine.
Whisper to me, Doug, whether you're going to roll deception or persuasion.
They're both the same, so,
But it's important for context.
yes.
Okay, now just roll a. Actually, privately roll me a d20 like you do for a death saving throw. You tell me the modifier. It's a plus what? Okay. And do you want to insight that, Gwyn? And just public roll me an insight check.
Sure.
Nah, it's full of shit.
All right. Yeah, great. So I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. Is that it?
Assuming it does not hit you.
Missed,
No.
15 when I'm not blade swinging, so 15.
Close. It's fine. I'm gonna turn to the people asking him to leave and say, look, I don't. Is it Silstrin or Kilstrin? I don't want to say his name.
Clistron.
Yeah, that guy, Klistrin. We're here with Klistrin. I would rather my friend not go wander off and die in the desert. If I promise to keep him within less than an arm's reach, can he stay until we meet with Klistrin?
Persuasion check. Okay.
Oh,
The people with the swords sigh, and they look at Anvar as well. You vouch for this idiot as well?
Vouch for what?
I mean, you'll keep him out of trouble.
Oh, yes.
No more
I'll do my
shit-casting.
best.
Alright, you two,
Yes.
keep him at an arm's length. There's only two of you here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because... Yeah, we got 4 players tonight, yeah, cool. So keep him at arm's length and keep him out of trouble. So I say our secrecy, our communal spirit works together. And I guess forgive the brashness of the dwarf, but we don't know you, we don't trust you. But just keep him at arm's length. And with that, the citizenry, who you don't see any guards around, but it seems as though they guard themselves. Hence, they ran away and come back with weapons and stuff. Keep them at arm's length, and they leave you to yourself.
I feel like we're experiencing a lot today. I think we're learning as we go as well, so it's such a cultural experience, I would say.
I guess you could say that.
And it's Douglas.
I just don't
Actually,
take kind to people treating my friends badly, so he needed to be put in his place.
It's well within his right to refuse us service. We were already told that these people didn't take kind to outsiders. You're just not nice.
I don't even think I could afford a diamond at this point. I just wanted to see it.
That's totally fair and understandable. And maybe, with Clistron's help, you, in particular, can go see a diamond. He won't be seeing anything.
Slip away if I want to, but I'm enjoying this. Thank you.
Anyway, if there is a place for us to simply sit and wait, I feel like it's probably better for us to do that than try to go anywhere else.
Clistron talked about this place called Salt Lake. Maybe we could try to look for that and any other places of interest.
That sounds good. Somewhere to lay low and, keep this one within arm's reach.
Oh yeah, I guess we have a quest to do this, right?
To keep him within arm's reach, yeah. I'm gonna kill him if he...
Gwyn, please don't do that. I'll be forced to try to resurrect him. But I'll need a diamond to do that first.
Yeah, so, well... Well, then, luck is on my side. Let's go.
All right. So carry on down the mosaic, the spiraling street, and you notice that there's lots of personal messages and interesting stones, even a couple of gemstones. So before you ask, Anvra, no diamonds in the pathway.
Oh,
And a lot of people are just going,
close anyway.
just going about their lives, and the most nice greeting you get is a polite nod. Beyond that, people are just,
I'll nod back.
you know,
Yeah, always nodding back if we're not...
Okay, so you enter into the Salt Lake Tavern. As I said, it's a popular tavern. There's several people there. It's a little bit off-putting being suspended over these spider webs, but it seems stable enough. And you see this table with almost like a joke with the mayor's table, and somebody standing behind it. It's a human. They've got deeply tan skin. It's almost a bronze skin. Very handsome, long flowing, reddish hair, almost rust-coloured. And he says, hello! You must be the person that Clistrin has told me about. Come, have a seat. Oh, don't be shy.
Hello.
Oh, hello. What's your name?
My name is Anwar. And you?
Oh, my name is Ness. Pleasure to meet you. If this place does have a mayor, then I am that mayor. A pleasure to meet you, Anwar.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Every town needs some type of leadership. There's autocratic. There's the nasty dictator types. I tend to run this more like a democracy, and the people seem to like me here. And I've been here probably longer than anybody. Anyway, what is your name, my brooding friend? He says, gesturing towards Steel.
Oh, sorry. Everybody's been so back turned to us since we've been here. I wasn't expecting someone nice. I'm Steel Ironside, and the quiet one next to me is Gwen. She'll talk when she warms up.
Oh, and you two are a couple?
No, I think
yes.
maybe that was her with Arson, her best buddy that died.
But you're holding hands.
No, she. Oh yeah, she's kind of. I kind of got in a little shouting match with this vendor that ignored my buddy Anvar and was ignoring me, and I kind of used magic to cover him in shit. And then he said piss off, and I covered him in piss. And she grabbed me out of there and said she'd hold my hand to keep me out of trouble.
So not your girlfriend? Alva ancestry confuses me. So she is your mother?
No, I'm not from this plane.
I'm bewildered then. Why is she holding your hand? You're the hard hands with children or with significant others? Which one are you?
She's trying to keep me out of trouble so I don't slip away.
So more like a motherly
Yeah,
role.
we have this quest to try to keep Steel out of trouble.
Oh, wow. That
So
is
far,
quite
so
the quest.
good, I would say.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
interesting.
it hasn't been easy. I hope
Well-
the reward is good.
Raising an obedient child is a reward in itself.
I hope you're right.
So if I am to understand it then, this young lady here is not your mother or your girlfriend, but is some type of nanny? Am I getting closer?
What?
Yes.
He's confused
She-
because
I
you're
thought she
holding
thought
hands
you-
with Arson.
First she thought you were my girlfriend, then she thought you were my mother, and
Okay. I'm gonna look down, remembering, and then just throw his hand.
Okay, and there's no shame here in any type of relationship you like. It's a weird one, but anyway, hello. What's your name, young lady?
Gwen?
Quinn. I am Ness. And just a quick recap. He says he's the mayor. He's been here longer than anybody, and he's very interested to meet you. And as Steele rightly pointed out, he's a lot more friendly than other people. So
I
tell
thought it was
me.
a she.
No, Ness.
Was it a she?
Nope, Ness is a he.
No?
His name is Ness. Well, so what brings you to Hearts Hollow? Looking for refuge, a place to settle down? What brings you here?
We're kind of in hopes of finding the City of Lost Names.
City of Lost Names. I'm afraid I can't provide you any help with that. And why, pray tell, are you looking for the City of Lost Names?
We're trying to find a way to defeat Lord Saul, Dragon Army, and we were led to believe there might be something there.
Interesting. I have heard of Lord Soth. He was a bit of a traitorous sort or something in the First War around the Calamity. Yes, I've read about him. A terrible sort. And he's back. Did you say? That makes no sense.
Well,
You almost
he's,
sounded like you were there.
Oh, man. I've seen a few things, but I'm just a simple human. How could I possibly be there?
You said you've been here longer than anyone else.
Good job, Steele.
Tough to get a read on him. Well, I think it's fair to say that I discovered this place. Same with you, Gwyn. You got no reason to believe him or disbelieve him. Well, I found this place and started setting things up when I was a much younger man. He looks maybe in his 50s. They're not particularly old, but not particularly young either. So I found this place, and over the years, people came, and we found it as a place of safety. So, yes, I've been here longer, but the place hasn't been here that long. So you're looking for the City of Lost Names. I assume you've had dealings with this dragon army that tends to be wandering around the wastes?
Unfortunately, we encountered a whole dragon.
Oh!
But
A
a
dragon?
black dragon.
Oh, most
Black
interesting.
dragon. Acid everywhere.
Oh.
We killed it, so it's fine now.
You killed a
it's dead.
dragon?
Yeah, we're good at it.
Oh, that is
really good at it.
That is simply amazing. And where was this dragon?
That way. And I'm just gonna point in the direction that it was at.
About halfway between here and the Sunken Fortress.
Interesting.
Speaking of that, we have one more companion, but we're told, well, she stayed back because we kind of have an army with us. Could we bring the army and our companion here to rest?
A no and yes.
This place is not big enough for an army.
So if you have a companion, she's most welcome to come here. I mean, I could send out one of my scouts. Probably Clistrin could find her quicker than anybody. Is that what you want? We can
Claude.
bring her here.
Claude, get on the horn.
Breaker, breaker! Check
Move on
one,
if she
two!
wants.
Breaker, breaker! Check, 1, 2! Elva, come in! Over!
You don't have to yell. She can hear you, Claude.
Look, I'm the
Yes,
communications
Claude?
officer here, Gwyn. He's very far away. Shouting is just all part of it. Over there! Over! Check! 1, 2! Over!
Yes, Blood. I'm here. You don't have to shout.
Over.
Over.
Oh! Well, I'm sorry I'm shouting it. It's hard not to. I mean, you're so far away and... Anyway, they're requesting your presence here. Over.
Okay. Is something wrong? Should I bring the army?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Claude, let her know a scout's coming to take her here so she
She's
can
still
get back.
talking. You don't understand. I'm the communications officer. She's still talking.
I guess I'll talk to the soldiers and let them know. Are we about to embark on something dangerous, or
Oh God.
just gonna wait
You-
10 seconds
you got-
before going? Order.
Sure. Not dangerous, but people want to talk to you, so come on over.
Okay.
I haven't finished. I didn't say over. Oh, I see where you're confused. I said come on over. Come on over.
Okay, I'll stay put and wait for the scout. Over.
Okay, so Clistrin's gonna come looking for you, but very specifically, do not bring the army over.
got it. Over.
Okay, see you soon, Ilva. Over.
See you soon, over. Where's the off button in this thing?
Then the signal goes dead before you can find the off button. Seems as Plod does it. So we'll time warp a little bit. So Clistrin, I assume you're going to return back with Clistrin?
Yep.
Okay, so he finds you, brings you back. It's going to take a little bit of while, so you're going to have to just wait a little bit. But it shouldn't be too much longer from the player's point of view. So, well, yes, bring over your friend, but not the army, of course. Now tell me, what encounters have you had with this dragon army? Tell me as much as you can.
Well, I'm gonna relay the information of how we were in Vogler, encountered the mercenaries there that, well, was the fake out for an invasion, and destroyed Vogler, how we escorted refugees to Kalaman, and our efforts to stop whatever the dragon army was doing in the nearby areas of Kalaman. And before uncovering this plot to assassinate the councillors, the council leaders, or the mayor. I think it was not the marshal, but the mayor or something from Kalaman. How the marshal took control, and how we took the army here, and how we are looking for the dragon army and for this Lord Soth and the City of Lost Names.
Well, that is...
See, we'll talk about how Habukok brought him here from a different plane.
Oh, interesting. Well, let's see. That's all very interesting, and from what Roan and Clistrin said, you seem like the good types. I must say, I must apologize for the cold shoulder people have given you here. There's a lot of distrust, as you can imagine, with outsiders.
Well, I can understand that. But why have you secluded yourself all the way out here? There's no signs of any other society out there that I can see, at least. How do you get here provisions and food and...
Oh, provisions, we hunt. There are ways to survive in such a place like this that is less friendly to life. I mean, you're familiar with the wash. If you time it just right, you can get plenty of water from the wash. We find our way. It is a difficult place, but I like to think of Hearts Hollow as a place of second chances. For people who perhaps life hasn't treated them terribly well, they find themselves lost. Well, we take care of the lost. Now,
That's
if you want to ingratiate yourself to the people of Hearts Hollow, a way to do that is do something to aid Hearts Hollow. Would you be interested in doing me a little errand for me, please?
depends. What kind of errand is it? Will it take long?
Oh, maybe you could get there and back maybe in a couple of days? Quicker if Clistrin goes with you.
Well, 3 of us do have Habukok's blessing as well. We could share with Clistrin and make it even faster.
Wow. Is that a yes?
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Lay it on us.
I mean, you're quite observant, Illiver. We do struggle with resources sometimes. We've heard of a group of dwarves who live in a place called the Blue Moor Cave. and we're interested in establishing some type of trade relationships with them. So, if you could head over to the Blue Moor Cave, I think they're having trouble with something to do with their dragon army. I'm not entirely sure what. But if you could help the dwarves with whatever they're dealing with, and perhaps suggest that friendly trading relationships could resume between Hearts Hollow and the Blue Moor Cave. Is that something you could help out with?
I think so. If this is related to the dragon army, then it's well, even better for us.
All sorts of our problems stem from the dragon army. I mean, they haven't found us, thankfully, but yes, any strike against them would be appreciated. Right, well, I'll tell you what. Sorry, Angar?
If we clear out this trouble, do you think Hearts Hollow would be more accept us more?
Yes, as I said, they don't trust you, they don't trust outsiders. But if you do this favor, which would benefit literally everybody inside of Hearts Hollow, I'm sure they'd welcome you in.
I like the sound of that.
Well, make yourself comfortable. Feel free to spend the night here, and perhaps you can head off with Klistrin at first light.
Are there like rooms in this place, Salt Lake?
Sure, just 5 silver pieces per person per night.
I can deal with that.
Okay, cool.
My treat, guys. Gwyn, Steel will give 2 gold.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Seal.
Okay. So as you're about to leave, or maybe you do leave, but Ness approaches Steel. Steel, I believe your name was. Might I have a quick word with you in private?
Yeah, sure. Guys, just I'll catch up.
And he takes you over to a quiet corner of the inn. Gwyn?
I was just gonna tell him to be good.
Okay. Steel, voice channel 2, please.
Oh boy.
Now, Steel, I believe your name is. Let's just say I have a nose for these type of things. I know what you're carrying. Let's just say I can make a very big omelette if you wanted to. You know what I'm referring to, do you not?
Well, I believe I do, and I think I might know why.
Carry on.
Well, as I said, I'm not from here. And back home, normal human skin don't glisten or give off a hue like yours does.
Oh, I spend much
That's
time
all.
outside.
I spend much time in a mountain in the sun and in the forge. But we can keep up the charade.
Well, you know what I want then. Can I have it?
No. You cannot. I will make sure that this stays safe.
I could keep it even safer than you could possibly imagine.
But I also want to hatch it to raise it to be good. It can be a very great ally among us in this dragon war.
Well, let's assume that what you say is true. An ally it will not be in the Dragon War. It will emerge as a small, tiny thing. It needs care and nurturing. over years, decades, even centuries. I don't think you have
Good
the
thing
time.
I'm an elf.
I don't think you have the time or the skill to do it. I really must insist.
I can't. I'm sorry. If you really want, then you need to address the whole group, as we all found it together. So you will need to send for the others and have this conversation among everyone. I do not speak for them.
Fair enough. Okay, other voice, General Doug.
All right, let me roll a new character.
Oh,
Yep, roll a new character. Yep. Don't forget your inherent plus 20 armor class. You'll be good. Okay, so still, so the Mayor Ness remains at the table, and well, Steel, invite them over.
Oh, Julva, Anvar, Gwen, I'm gonna need you guys for this conversation.
sure.
Okay.
We'll go over and sit down.
Let me just preface this conversation that I know what you carry amongst you. I don't want to say it out loud, but let's just say it to make a very, very large omelette. I know what you have. I think it would be much better served if I took care of the item. Let's just say I have experience with such things, so I would really appreciate it if you pass the item on to me for my care.
Why should we? I mean, do you know something more about these items than others, or what are your intentions?
My intentions is to take care of it, something I have done before, and raise it in the ways of the good. I'm just hesitating to say the word. I think you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to say a lizard.
I do, but what do you know about that? Yeah. We know what you mean, but like, how would you know how to raise them in that way?
I as I said, I've been around here for a while. I've heard of items. I've studied in books, libraries. There's something to know about them that, I know perhaps better than anybody around here. I'm quite the expert.
Have you ever met a lizard?
Detect magic. Nothing unusual. Steel. Well, two things. Firstly, yes, I know of dragons. I've never met one personally. And Steel, I'm beginning to understand why my people took arms against you. Do not cast magic in my presence again.
I mean, you seem to know a lot about us, so I just wanted to make sure you're not hindering any type of magic toward us to maybe get an edge over us.
Did I stutter? Do not cast magic in my presence again.
No promises.
Promises, and I'm going to grab his hand again.
Now, I apologize for the tension, but this is very, very important to me that I take care of this lizard egg.
We'll see. You said you haven't met a dragon. Well, I have. So now, who would be more prepared to take care of a dragon? One who's read about them or one who's met them?
Met or almost killed are two very different things.
Oh, I'm not talking about that one.
Which one are you talking about?
Well, I'm older than you if what you look like is how old you are.
You've seen dragons?
In the war, yeah.
Did you raise dragons?
We had a, I don't know what you'd call it, dragon eerie.
And why were you taking care of dragons and not dragons themselves? Surely they would be the best keepers of dragons. Dragon eggs.
They are. But it was war, so it was more of a help us, help you.
But you do agree that a dragon would be best to take care of dragon eggs.
Yes, you're finally getting. Because I totally believe that you're a dragon.
Well, cards on the table. I am
You're a
indeed-
lizard, my bad.
Yeah, well, let's continue the charade. Yes, I am a lizard. I'm a bronze lizard. So you understand why this is so important to me. This is the-
Absolutely, I just wanted you to say it. You can have the egg.
Well, thank you. Steel?
Absolutely, you are well more prepared to care for this egg than we are, but I just needed you to admit what you were.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. I'm not sure how I could prove it to you without scaring the locals. This is very much privy knowledge. Yes, I established this place many centuries ago as a lair of sorts for myself. But then I started taking in the lost once and then another app. Okay, what did I say about casting magic? Glares at Anvar.
Well, see,
Oh yeah.
Can-
I was about to do that after the Steel cast detect magic, but when he said he didn't want people to cast magic, I'll not do it.
Okay, cool.
yeah, that was immediately after Steel did it. It was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a Steel post to detect magic twice. Sorry. Okay, so that didn't happen. Okay. Yeah, and you did pick up on it, Steel, when I said almost bronze-like skin.
I did, that's why I like. There's a reason why you said that.
Yes, but to answer your question, there's no way I can prove it without, like, giving the charade away. I'd prefer it if people here didn't know. But as you can imagine, this egg is very precious, very important to me. But thank you for giving it. And perhaps I can give you something of mine in return.
Well, since you have
Your soul?
some ancient. No, Anvar. But since you know of ancient techniques, Yulva here does carry the Dragon Lance. It is in need of repairs. Could you maybe repair that as a favor,
That
or
is
as
my-
our thank you?
Well, a dragon lance, that is very interesting, but it's beyond my power to repair it. That'll be somebody expert in the forge. But I do have something for you. I won't give it to you now, but as you imagine, as a dragon grows, some of its scales shed. It's perfectly natural. Perhaps this will take a way to prove to you that I am in fact a dragon. I've constructed a set of dragon's scale mail. Quite powerful, quite magical. And it's my gift to you for returning this egg to me.
Thank you very much.
And it's
What does it do? How
Well,
is it
it's-
magical?
well, it's better than your normal magical armor. Particularly useful against your fighting dragons. You're not as afraid from them as you are. And let's just say that my speciality involves with lightning. You'll have some type of resistance to lightning if you wear this item.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, I think our companion Ilva will likely be interested in it.
It doesn't seem to offer much protection though, unless you're a bit agile.
I guess Ilva would prefer, or does prefer, heavier armor, right?
True. Well,
Deal.
we appreciate this
Congrats.
gift.
It's a bit heavier. I can't do my blade singing in such heavy armor. Maybe mud?
I'm just looking at
I
Mud's
think
character
Mud-
sheet. Mud is currently wearing splint.
Yeah, I think this would be better, right?
Yeah. Cool. We really appreciate this gift and are glad to give you the egg.
Oh, well, I'm glad we've come to a bit of an understanding. I apologize for my anger, but as you can imagine, this is quite precious and quite important to me.
Do you know the parents of this egg? Do you know who they were?
To be honest, I have no idea whatsoever, which is part of the mystery. I have no earthly idea. Why is there a bronze dragon here? I mean, that's where my ancestry happens to be, but I had nothing to do with this egg. But I appreciate the trust you have in me. As I said, I prefer to keep this a secret, so I'll just but before you leave, I'll just present you with a parcel, and let's just say you know that this lizard armor is in the parcel.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
I have one more question before we depart. What are your thoughts about otter dragons? Like, for instance, black dragons.
Well, I was, shall we say, but a young, arrogant dragon during the First War. My arrogance got in my way. But depends on the dragon, of course. I mean, the ones who are metallic, great. The ones who are chromatic, no. What is it? The chromatic dragons
Yep.
are the good ones, right? Is that right?
No, other
No,
way
No,
around.
the metallic
Oh,
are the
yeah.
good ones.
He says that. Well, metallic dragons, the gold, the silver, the bronze, pretty cool, but the reds, the blacks, the whites, no good. And many great battles were fought between both types of dragon. So my opinion on dragon, it's like asking my opinion on people. Depends on the person.
I guess that makes sense. Maybe we should. And we're just gonna flip out the necklace or the locket that we found, and he's gonna open up and show the picture inside. Have you seen this before? Perhaps you know of the dragon inside? Someone you're familiar with?
No to both questions. Tell me, Anvar. Anvar is in... What race is Anvar again? Oh, it's human.
Human.
I met a human called Stephen in Kalaman. Do you know him?
Stephen in Kalaman. I don't think so, no.
So
Do
why
I?
do you, why do
Out
you
of
assume
character?
that I know? No, you don't. It's just a random name he throws
Oh.
out. So you don't know Stephen. Do not assume that I know every dragon.
Right, I understand. It's just, excuse my ignorance, so to say. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking to too many dragons.
Well, I'm speaking in jest. There is a lot less dragons than there are humans. So to answer your question plainly, I do not know who or what this dragon is.
I understand.
Do you think it might be old and
What's-
an old picture of a dragon?
Well, it's in excellent condition, so I'm not sure who did it. It must be from some recent person. Maybe in an artistic interpretation. Okay, well, unless there's any other questions, I suggest you rest up, and Clistrin will travel with you to the Blue Moor place, the Blue Moor cave. Yes.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Okay. He nods and leaves the table and goes back to his mayor's table. It's almost comical, just mayor's office, and he's just sitting there, gabbing with people. So, anything else?
Do you think they know? Do you think they know he's a lizard?
No, he said that nobody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If they knew, I think he would show his lizardness to everybody.
Sure. Just gonna look a bit over the edge, a bit carefully. Did they tell you what's down here? It seems to go really far down.
No, but I mean, you want to jump off with me? We can go explore it together.
No, thanks.
I wonder
You're
how
not jumping
deep it
anywhere.
goes.
I mean, you can come with me, Anvar. We'll get down there safe. I promise.
No. Seems
Yeah.
scary.
I mean, all of us could go at the same time.
No.
But how would we get back up?
I have a way to allow everybody to climb.
No, we're good. We're good. There's a path. They're gonna get us there. We don't need to jump to the abyss. But if we do have time before we're escorted down there, did Anvar want to try to talk to Lavender?
I'm a little bit curious about that guy or girl. That person. But you suggested that we wait for what's his face?
Yeah, Klistrin.
Yes.
I suppose we'll just wait, or could go talk to Lavender while we wait.
Oh no, we probably shouldn't do that.
Oh, why not?
Steel is banished, so I mean, I guess we could try to go back without him, but I don't really think that'll work. In fact,
Oh.
actually, is the mayor still sitting at his table?
He is?
Okay, I'm gonna turn back. Do you perhaps have something like a token of some kind that would say that, like, we're working for you or that you trust us, something like that? Because we're kind of having bad luck with the vendor. And we won't let Steel back inside. He's not allowed. He's grounded.
I'll tell you what. I'll pass word that you are to. You're allowed to engage in commerce. I mean, my ear is firmly attached to what is going on here. I know what happens. It ends odds. So if you're polite to Lavender, then I assume he will. I'll make sure that he treats you at least with the respect. Keep in mind, this is people here still don't trust you. But if you sort out our Blue Moor Cave situation, then get a much friendlier reception. But I'll pass a message on to Lavender that he will treat you with due respect.
And the storefront guy?
Yeah, his name is End. We just call him End. It's End's odds. Same
End.
deal.
Okay, got it. Cool beans. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So yeah, we can go shopping. Steel can't go shopping, but if you want something, we can get it.
Yeah. Yulvis here. I think I'm good. Anvar, you have an eye for scrolls, right?
I don't really read too many scrolls.
Well,
Something you were thinking about?
yeah, I was thinking about there's this scroll called, or this spell called Slow. I don't know if you've heard of it. If you can get a scroll and spare some of your ink, I could copy it into my book here, but it's no big deal.
I will keep a lookout for it. Anything else? You were talking about this sending scroll earlier?
Oh, well, that was before I forgot about the device we had to talk to Yulva, so no worries on
Alright.
that anymore.
Slow. All right, I'll try to keep a lookout for it. So, are we going to the Lavenders?
Sure.
Okay, so continuing downwards on the mosaic steps. Once again, a lot of history in the steps. You arrive at Lavenders. Lavenders is similar to the Salt Lick in that it's suspended by spider webs, very thick spider webs, but spider webs nevertheless. And you see Lavender. Oh, he's a elderly maid. You say, "Oh, hello. Welcome to Lavenders. How can I help you?"
Are you selling magical stuff?
Oh, well, of course not. What makes you think that?
I've heard a little bird say something about Lavender using magic.
Oh, that's not true. That'd be strictly forbidden. I'd be in trouble with the Towers of High Sorceries in an instant. Who'd be so mad as to practice magic without passing the test? No such
We
thing
do.
here.
Most of us, actually.
Yeah, Edward's just gonna
We do.
turn around and look at Gwyn.
Yeah, we do. We all do. We all practice magic without a license. Actually, that's like a common thing that me and this guy do.
Oh, well, in that case, welcome to Lavender's Magic Shop. I'm just a little bit thrown off by your friend here wearing the white robes. I was worried he's going to be a stickler for details, if you will.
No, he's good.
All right. So what
We're
is
all
it?
good. Yeah, we're all good.
All right. All right. So welcome to Lavender's Magical Emporium. What is it that you're interested in? I can polish your armor magically. In fact, here's one for free. And he casts something you assume to be prestidigitation, and Ilva's armor comes out with a nice shine.
Just like steel.
Nice.
Well, yes, it's a fairly simple cantrip. But what is it particularly you're interested in?
Well, first and foremost, do you sell magical scrolls, perhaps?
Not magical scrolls per se, but I could give you access to some scrolls, and you could copy the scrolls into your own spell book. I could do that. But scrolls.
Do you have a collection of third level spells?
Yes, I have
What's third level?
Well, you throw it off, Malcolm, looking for an excuse to explain third level. Okay, thank you for letting me off the hook. Well, I have a spell that it's more of an anti-spell. Someone casts a spell and poof, you could cancel it out. Of course, the great spell Fireball, which I'm sure you're familiar with, and the spell that enables you to fly.
Fly. That's actually really handy. What about a spell that slows your opponents?
Nothing like that, sorry.
I understand. So, we also heard about you, Lavender, from our friend
Lystrin.
Glistron.
Christian. He said that you were on the lookout to learn some more magic. Is that correct?
Well, not on the lookout for more magic. I'm more in the business of making money at the moment. I think my days of, adventuring out there, casting spells, slaying monsters is behind me. So, after this service to people, I must admit, my tasks here in the Heart's Hollow consist of simple cantrips and elixirs to help people But if you're interested in copying something from my spell book, then I'm sure I can sell them to you at a very reasonable rate.
I understand. May I be blunt with you for a moment?
Yes, of course.
Is your goal with making money your own self-interest, or do you have something else in mind when you're gaining, well, gold pieces?
Money for its own sake. I mean, the options afforded to me with a bit of coin in my pocket expands. I mean, do I need to explain the concept of why more money is better than less money to you?
No, but that's why I'm asking if it's for selfish reasons or for something else.
Well, in the grand philosophical sense, all actions we take are selfish. You know, you help a friend, is that a selfish act? No, because you feel good in yourself. So, money for myself is necessarily selfish.
Interesting take. But I guess you answered my question.
Can I interest you in some of these spells copying services I provide?
Could you
Can
give
run
me
out and
5
check with
minutes?
Steel, if you want.
Yeah, I can't really use even if we write the spells down, I can't really use them. But I guess Steel could.
I'll run
I
out and
know
check.
that Steel has Fireball already, but maybe. And we're just gonna say, excuse me for a moment, and then
of course.
head back to Steel and say that he doesn't have the slow spell, but he seems to have the fly spell, which might be interesting.
And
Oh, well.
counterspell.
Let's
And
I'll try to be on my
yeah.
best behavior if he seems friendly. Let's do this.
Oh,
Not if he seems friendly. You're just gonna be on your best behavior, period.
it's interesting how well Gwyn and Arson got on and how well Gwyn and Steele do not. Interesting. All right. Hello. Are you another one of these people who are less strict with the rules of the high mages of high sorcery?
No, I'm not really from here, so I don't abide by their rules.
Perfect. All right. As I said, my friends have. Your friends told me your magic is counter spell, fireball, fly. You're welcome to copy them into your spell book for a certain price.
Well, I already know the fireball, but fly and counter spells, sure. What is your price, good sir?
That's just 300 gold pieces per spell.
Oh, that's kind of hefty.
Maybe we should, if we were to buy a spell, I would suggest a fly spell. I can already cast counter spell if we were to need it.
Well, I do have some cheaper ones, if that's interested. Misty Step is one that I have for 200. Suggestion for 200. Will those perhaps interest you?
No, I have a way to teleport on my own that is not Misty Step.
Well, I also have Detect Magic, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, and Shield.
I know all of those already, and I do not require mage armor.
All right.
Well, let me just throw out these last options. I'm not sure if you have the ability to cast these, but I have some more advanced level spells. I have Greater Invisibility, Ice Storm, and a particularly powerful spell called Cone of Cold.
Yeesh.
Which you would know are 4th and 5th level spells.
Well, I possibly could use the Ice Storm.
Can you cast 4th level spells yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but not 5th?
No.
I can't do 5th because I'm multi-class, but I can do.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. So if you're interested in the fly spell, 300 gold pieces. And this is why wizards
think he
are
said
always
Ice Storm.
broke. Oh, Ice Storm, Ice Storm, 400 gold pieces.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Ah.
give Steel 50 for being nice.
Okay, well, with the fly spell, sir, with this price, this includes all the materials as well. I don't need to come up with extra ink and paper or anything like that.
Tell you what, make a persuasion check, Steel.
Oh, this is gonna go great. Oh, actually, not bad for a -1.
I'll tell you what. If you buy 2 spells, the scribing will be free.
Yeah, I don't think we really got the
money for
coin
two
for that,
gold.
sir.
How much would the scribing?
Well, how much does it cost? Like, for a wizard to scribe his spell?
I think it's 50
50?
gold.
Well, there you go. I gave you 50.
Yeah, your 50 brought me up to 319 from where I spent some money earlier.
So you
I'll
need.
give you,
I need 31.
I can give you 15 to add to that.
give you 16.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you all. Okay, sir. Here's your 300 gold, and I will spend the materials myself.
Okay, feel free then to add, what did you... Ice Storm. Was that Ice Storm?
Fly.
Oh, Fly. Fly for 300. Okay. So we'll say you spend the rest of the daylight hours remaining scribing that into your spellbook. Okay. And is it 50 gold pieces per level, or is it like level up and it's half of it's in your domain or something? You'd know this, wouldn't you,
I'm
Christian,
not
from your goblin wizard?
I can't remember because I don't think I found that many scrolls to write down.
Oh, it is 50 gold per level, plus an extra 2 hours per level, not counting your wizard school.
Oof.
Ooh.
I still remember
It's
when
me.
a goblin wizard lost her hat, and that was the worst thing possible that ever happened. What was her name?
Matilda.
Matilda. Love Matilda. Yeah. Some creature stole her hat, and that was just the worst possible thing imaginable for Matilda. She was very cool.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not using the Matilda voice anymore. My partner is certainly happier for it.
All right, so you have enough to scribe it still?
Nope, do not.
I can lend you another 50.
I think that would be what he needs is 50.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's 150. It's 50 gold per level of the spell, and it's a 3rd level.
So you
I
already
need
have
another-
50.
I have
And
50. I need
then-
another 100. Yeah.
I can give you the last 50.
Still another
Okay.
50.
Another one.
Yep. So that's up to
Yeah.
100. How I need.
Let's see how much Mud got. I'm sure you wouldn't mind. He has 58. There we go. He gives you 50 gold pieces. And if he has a problem with that,
Okay.
So Muddy's gonna give the last 50, or did Anwar do it, or did we need
you needed both.
50 from me, 50 from you, and 50 from... yeah.
Okay. Hopefully the dice are with me. I'm gonna do guidance. Is it because it's from a scroll and it's not from a book? It's an Arcana sit check of 14. It's 10 plus 2 per spell level, so it's an Arcana check of 14 needed on this to copy it successfully.
Well, I can help
Or
you out
it's,
with this, friend. Oh, there we go. You got it anyway.
You don't need it.
But there's a but here. If you wish to leave first thing in the morning, this is going to take you 6 hours, and it's already into the evening. So I'm just going to have you make a Constitution save to avoid exhaustion. So make a con save DC 10. You have to stay up late.
Elf, I only got to do a transfer 4 hours.
Do a con check at advantage. We'll do it that way. Just looking at a
Okay.
DC 10. Shouldn't it be too
At least
hard?
you can, on a
Ah, very good. So you stay up late, scribing the scroll, and yeah, success without exhaustion.
Nice. Just for curious sake, do Lavenders sell diamonds?
No diamonds, friend. I apologize.
No worries, no worries. I'm just curious.
You need a diamond for...
Oh, you know it. You know it. It's
Revivify. Yes, very important. Yeah, tough to find diamonds, though.
Yeah, we'll just
Seems
have
like
to
it.
make. All of us have to make Zealot Barbarian. Some Lavender characters, and I can use it.
Or at least multi-class to it.
Okay. So yeah, you all rest up in the Salt Lick. Steele spends the evenings writing down the Ice Storm. Was it? Oh no, Fly spell. So which one was it? Did you did?
Fly.
Oh, it was Fly. Okay, cool. Clistrin comes knocking on your door in the morning. Oh, okay, everybody ready to go? Off for adventure?
Absolutely.
All right, follow me. And he leads you back into the wastes. Okay. So putting Heart's Hollow behind you. Whoops. You head back out into the northern wastes. Now, he identifies the Blue Moor Cave is down here. Now, normally, this would take you over a day to get there. You'd have to rest. But Clistrin, once again, is an expert at the wastes, and he takes you through shortcuts, through passes that don't look like you could pass it, but he shows you simple ways up. And eventually, without further incident, you arrive in the front of the Blue Moor Cave. Okay, and so he takes you, and you see like a massive cave opens in the cliffs ahead, and enormous sapphire blue crystals line the cave mouth. Well, this is where the dwarves traditionally would stay. I'm not sure, but this is the entrance.
Do we hear voices or see any dwarves around?
Make a perception check. Stop, listen, look around. You don't see any activity. No dwarves, no dragon soldiers for that matter. Dragon army soldiers.
Should we make ourselves known, or should we do this the sneaky way?
I would be more open to the sneak away.
Sure, we can do that.
Perhaps you can scout ahead a bit, Gwen?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And our druid out of nowhere casts from Pass Without a Trace.
So you're approaching the cave mouth and having a look inside this weird crystal cave?
Yes.
Okay. Can you make me an investigation check as you have a look around?
Hey. Oh,
Okay, so you're get quite close to the cave mouth, kind of peering into its steps. Looks as if it narrows down to a tunnel a little bit, so this wide opening goes down into a tunnel. And just as you're about to take a step ahead, you notice there's something odd about the ground in front of you. It looks like some type of opening that's been closed over with some very loose brush. And if you had stood on it, if you hadn't spotted it, you would have fallen through.
I will warn the others about this trap and suggest that we slowly make our way around it.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
You're all
Yeah,
contemplating
sounds like
your
a plan.
words.
Okay.
Should we go into the trap or not? Let's go around.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, as you narrowly, well, not narrowly, Gwyn spotted it. DC was 15, by the way, so 17 was good. You hear some bustling from behind the rocks. So, look! Oh, Malcolm's losing his voice. Well, look, I'm terribly sorry. I see you avoided that trap. Those are meant for Dragon Army soldiers. I'm terribly sorry. And this dwarven woman approaches you, who looks like this.
Better have a beard.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't have a beard, but quite an impressive braid of hair.
It's not... maybe it's just not a Tolkien dwarf. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. It's never okay.
Oh, wow.
Did you just quote a song? I feel like I heard that song before.
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Look, I do apologize. I noticed you, my elven lady, you almost fell into the trap. I apologize. We just simply don't want any of those dragon army people. We've had quite a bit of trouble for them. I assure you is to attract dragon army people, not elves like yourself. I do apologize. I simply am mortified that you almost fell in there. Apologies.
It's good. We also don't want to deal with the dragon army, but we're doing our best. I'm not hurt. No harm, no foul.
Well, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I've got to protect my family, right? There today and there tomorrow. All kind of men together, and the best I can protect them is keeping those damn people out.
In Dwarvish, Steel is going to talk to her. Your family, you say. What can we do to assist? I know I look elvish, but I was raised by the Greybeard clan. Ilmcook Ironward took me in as his foster son. He gave me this clan sigil to prove that I am one of the best clan crafters he has ever raised.
Well, let me see the sigil.
Just looks like it's his. So the sigil it's his chisel that he gave him with the marking of the Greybeard clan with the twist braided beard going down it.
Make a persuasion check, still.
I have clan crafter. I don't need a persuasion. Because they noticed me as.
But
You're
but
from
your
a
clan
different
doesn't
world.
exist here.
Oh, okay. This is gonna go advantage because I'm speaking Dwarvish.
Sure.
Oh, that was an 18 and it rolled to a 7.
Oh, you did
Rip.
a 3 and a 7 at advantage. Well,
Yeah.
I don't recognize the symbol, but you're speaking Dwarvish, so at the very least you've taken the time to learn our language. That's something I can appreciate. Now, see, now my dwarves, lots of us were captured. There's a group of about 10 of us were captured by the Dragon Army, which is why I've been laying these traps. We managed to get away, but when we came back, we found that our home here in the Blue Moor Cave has been taken over by the dreaded Dragon Army. So if you could help me out, clear out the SOBs, I'd be ever so appreciative.
That sounds
Is that
like a
in
job
common
for
or
us.
dwarvish?
That definitely sounds like things that we do.
I have to ask you, what the hell are you doing out here in this wastes?
Well, looking for the dragon army. So this is well, just great. I guess.
Fortuitous.
Well,
Yeah, that's the word.
Well, that and Ness sent us to help out.
who is Ness?
Listrin, if could explain.
Well, he's from our village, and we're interested in getting a trade routes. I'm sure you're lacking stuff as we lack stuff. So we're hoping though to establish some type of trade route between us. And Gresha, I'm not sure if she's introduced herself, but Gresha says, "Oh, well, help us clean out the Blue Moor Cave, and I'm sure we could come to some type of arrangement." Anyway, follow me. And she starts heading down into the Blue Moor Cave.
I guess we'll follow.
I'm
Okay.
going to look for more traps as we go along, just in case.
Okay, I'll let you know. So she takes you down into the Blue Moor Cave with these crystals, but into the slight side passage. It's going to be reasonably hard to spot, but Gwyn spots it, so it is not too hard to spot. And she leads you down there, and the cave is getting narrower and narrower and narrower till it's approximately dwarf height. Where's your steed, Oliver?
Is Glistrin going to follow us into the cave?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll find some place in the opening of the cave and tie him up.
Okay.
Yes.
So as you enter into the cave, the taller amongst you, is Oliver a big lass?
No, she's let's check. 5.5 feet, 165 centimeters.
Okay, so not too tall. Regardless, you have a difficult time coming down here. It's like about 3 foot, so you have to go down on your hands and knees. And it's quite difficult because these blue crystals are scattered around as well, so you hurt everybody, in fact. None of you are short. Everybody's down on their hands and knees. There's blue crystal piercing your hands. Nothing mechanically, but you know, your hands end up a little bloody. But eventually it opens up into a larger tunnel, which you can at least stand up in. And it was cramped before you got here. It is even more cramped now. You spot 7 other dwarves cramped in here. And as the rest of you, including Plod, including Christian, it makes it very, very uncomfortable. But Gracious, so these are the people, my family, my clan. This is my wife, Rika. And we really just want to get home. If there's any way we can assist you, we're not fighters ourselves.
Where's the rest of you? Is it just the 2 of you?
You see 7 dwarves here altogether.
Okay.
She introduced you
Sorry.
to her wife, Rika, and there's 7 other them as well. There's Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy. I tell lies. I'll give you all their names just so we get away from the 7 dwarf stereotypes. Here's the rest of them.
Blah.
I mean, I feel we're asking you a lot here. We don't have much to give you.
Oh. No, don't worry. This is why we're here, so we'll take care of it. And just a small curiosity, are your clan famous for, I don't know, recreating dragon lances, perhaps?
That's a very specific question, and I'm afraid the answer is no.
Worth a shot.
Oh, of course, of course.
Well, is there anything you can tell us about what we might be expecting in there? How many of the Draconians are in there, and have they got anything, well, nasty?
Well, there. Yes. Well, there's several Draconians. I can't really say how many they are. They tend to be ferrying something up from the bottom. There is a bit of gold in there. I'm not sure if they're just interested in the gold or they're digging for something more. So I can't say how many Draconians are there, but they're definitely there. But what you got to watch out for as well are the fang worms. So we've gone and seen it. And these fang worms are they're kind of weird creatures to describe, but we lost one of our clan members who was investigating and shot out with a tongue and grabbed it and chewed him, and that was the end of it. So watch out for the fang worms as well.
Duly noted. Are they big? I assume, since they can swallow one of you.
It's hard to talk about, but it was less swallowing, more chewed on. They're about our size, maybe 4 or 5 feet high.
Okay, thank you. Have we got any more preparations we'd like to do before dealing with the walking lizard problem? Bipedal lizard?
I mean, personally, I'm good to go.
I have a feeling that we should use the warding bombs sooner than later, Ylva.
Okay.
It only lasts for 60 minutes though, so
Speaking of that,
yeah,
Anvar, don't you have a gift for her?
I'll wait.
Did you have a gift for Elva?
Yeah, did you have a gift?
Guys, let's focus on the task at hand, okay? I'll use the warding bomb when we enter combat.
How long does a warding bomb last? If not, I mean, it's a lifetime.
1
right?
hour.
Oh, 1 hour.
Sorry.
Not till death do us part. Okay.
Perhaps, actually.
I mean, that could be a Vegas wedding, 1 hour. Oh, what did we do? Let's go fix this.
Okay. So, whoops, so let me just do Clistron as well. There we go. Okay, so, Gracia leads you down, takes you out, you crawl on your hands and knees, cut your hands up a little bit, but then appear in the main passageway. And Gracia says, look, I'm not much of a combatant. This is part of the problem we have. But if you carry down this passageway for about another 10 minutes, you'll enter a caving system, and that's where you'll find the Draconians. So, I can't do more than tell you how much we appreciate this, and we've had a lot of bad luck, and I feel you guys are the good luck that we need.
One quick question.
Yes.
How stable are these caves? Some of us have magic that causes explosions and whatnot, and I would hate to have a cave in.
I don't know. I mean, I know the Draconians are digging, and maybe they've destabilized something. I think you should be fine, but I wouldn't want to guarantee it.
Understood.
Okay, Gresha wishes you luck, and what are you guys doing? You see the tunnel up ahead quite clearly.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Yeah.
take the prompt.
Ready to go.
And, yeah.
Okay, let's drag you over onto a different map, and let me know if you can't see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is
you-
it light in here? Can we see, or is it dark?
It's the blue crystals actually glow a little bit, so the crystals are lighting up a bit. So even though you're human, Ilva, you can still see. Though it's a little dark,
Good.
but you can see.
She's gonna ready her spear, and it's large enough to be wielding a large two-handed spear in here.
Plenty of room to wield a weapon in here.
Gwen, now that we're in the open, how do you feel about attacking from above?
Sure.
Okay, you can go on any wall anywhere you want.
Hmm.
Yay.
Love the enthusiasm.
Yeah. Well, that's because I have another character in a game with Doug where I do this.
Oh, right.
You'll have to let me
Uh,
touch you, though.
I just reach out my gloved hand.
Okay.
Okay, and just for a note, the gloved hand, the it's 40 foot high here inside of this opening.
Cool. I'll make my way up this wall up to the roof, and I'll stay with the group, but just above them.
Okay, so I'm going to take it read as you're climbing on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Did you cast Warding Bond, Torch?
Yep, I'll do it now. Just
Okay.
place my hand on your shoulder and bing bang boom, you're warded.
All right.
Married
1
forever.
hour of marriage. Or until death do us apart, actually. It kind of fits.
So that's Andvar and Ilva that are bonded. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So as you're casting off these spells, Gwyn starts climbing on the walls. You start actually. Everybody, actually, just Gwyn notices this. Do you hear little click, click, click? Coming from small openings in this one. And these creatures start emerging out of the walls. I know you can't see them yet, but just give me a second. Whoops. And while I'm sorting out my map here, just roll into initiative, and everybody except Gwyn will be surprised by this.
So I have a question, Malcolm.
Uh-huh.
My Steel Defender has Vigilant. It can't be surprised, and because it goes immediately after me, would it alert me of this?
Can't be surprised. I'm sure. I'll say it stabs you in the leg to let you know what's happening, and that is enough to alert you. All right, let's roll.
I'm assuming me seeing them was not enough time to like cast anything.
Well, it just depends how this initiative order works out.
Okay.
And can't forget Plod. And I can't forget Clistrin either. Okay. Wow, they rolled really well. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, so these little clicking sounds. And what do these things look like? I think I have art for these guys. Just a second. Down. This is what they look like. So-called fang worms. Gonna come out little various levels along the cave, and this one climbs along the cave wall, then descends along the side, comes right next to Andvar, and goes looking to bite him. Needs a dash action to get over there. Same with this one. It climbs along the wall, gets to there. Wow, so many of these guys. And this one is going to get over right next to Clistrin. Is actually going to attack Clistrin. Let's just get my sheet organized. Okay, so these are disgusting little creatures, mouths and it comes out, and it's a tentacle. One of its tentacles around its main beak shoots out for Clistrin, and hits Clistrin with a natural 20. Just gotta press this one because
Natural 20!
I'm gonna use my reaction to reduce some of the damage.
Okay. So it's 11
You're
at the moment.
surprised.
Oh, you're
Oh yeah, I can't do
surprised.
that. I'm surprised. Bummer.
And then it grabs him with its tentacle, brings it towards its beak, and it's going to try and attack him with his beak as it's got him squirming in his tentacle, but misses with his tentacle, and Clistrin falls to the ground and says, "Ah, shit!" And I'm not sure if we have... Yeah, that hurt him. That hurt him a lot, as you can see by his stats. Or hanging around not doing
It's
anything.
surprise.
This one is going to descend from the wall and go for Andvar. Andvar, the tentacle shoot out, rolling a 14.
Yeah, miss.
Okay, so because it misses, it's not able to drag you to its beaky maw. So that's going to miss. Steel, flat-footed.
Okay.
Um,
No, you said because Rappy can't
sorry.
be surprised. You said he.
You're right, as you were.
I will bonus action Blade Song, and then I will come over here and Green Flame Blade.
Okay. Where are you? Which one are you attacking first? That one there. 25. The other's thick natural armor, but you get it through it well. So yeah, that hits.
Here is. All right, so 7 for the, and then plus the Green Flame Blade here.
So 7 for the first one. So
Yep.
green flame.
And there we go, Green Flame.
And 12.
4 fire to the and then no 4 fire to the first one, so 11 total to the first one, and then 8 damage to this guy right here because it bounces over.
Okay, nice. It does bounce over as you hack through the green flame. Bounces between them. And that's a magical
Rappy will come-
attack, right?
Yes, and the sword is also a +1, so it's also a magical sword.
Okay.
And Rappy will come down here and take the dodge action, and that will be my turn.
Okay, so as we were, the... Where is... Okay, this one actually skirts along the wall, climbs up next to Gwyn, and Gwyn...
I'm on the ceiling.
Yeah, and it can climb.
Well, I didn't know you could see me. I was already up there.
And he's going to try and drag you off the ceiling. Going to try and...
So mean.
And it rolls an 11, so you can make an acrobatics or an athletics check to or equal the 11. Okay, so it tries to grab you off, but you're firmly stuck on there with the spider web, spider climb. And that will be its turn as it tries to drag you off the ceiling. Okay, this one scuttles over here looking for an opening. Anvar, you're surprised. Plod, you're surprised. Gwyn!
Thank you. This is about to be very cool, maybe. I'm gonna bonus action Hail of Thorns.
Okay, yep.
And then I'm going to aim at. Oh, this is gonna be great, but then I won't have. It's fine. I'm gonna sneak attack this guy. Not sneak attack. Sorry, shoot.
Okay.
Lol.
Oh.
Then I will shoot another one.
First one misses too.
I think
Oh,
that'll do it.
Natural 20.
okay. Walking on.
So yeah, it'll be that one, and it's gonna do that.
So
And then I gotta get my bugs.
no sneak attack though, right? So
No, and I don't think it did it. It didn't put it on there.
oh, it's your favorite foe. Oh, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So 13, 18
bugs.
damage is how I read that. With your
And then
whoops.
Extra dice for your bugs because the natural 20.
Oh, yep.
oh yeah, and 4 for all of these guys, or 2 if they succeed on the save. Let me get my
Okay.
bugs.
So you just do your bugs. Yep.
Nice.
Another 6. Okay.
Oh, and your natural 20 only rolled 1d8, not 2d8 for your bow.
Now it's got total critical damage there. Oh wait, why does it only say 3?
Yeah, because it's just showing her favored foe crit plus her piercing critical. Oh, the d8 was a 1. I can't read today.
Oh, yep. Well, we're
Yeah.
good. Okay. Does this one need to make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh yeah, all the ones that are within 5 feet of this guy.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's start with the one that was injured. So we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Forgot I need 2 of those. So
And the DC
6.
is 15.
yeah.
So 2 of them succeed. The first one doesn't.
So they'll
so
take 3.
They take how much? Sorry.
3, because I didn't roll the second dice for the other one, so it was 4 plus 2. So if they
So-
pass, they only take half.
Okay. So it's 6 or 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
6 or 3. Okay, cool. So this one that you hit initially with a natural 20 just succumbs to it. And 2 of the others succeed. So I'll just
It was this one that I hit.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this one fails its dexterity saving throw. Anyway. And... Oh, so that was the one you targeted with your... Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they could all be hit by the hailstorm.
Okay, so that one's dead. And this one is on 27. And 2 of them succeeded. So I'm going to choose this one at random. He takes 3. He takes 3. And all the rest of them take 6. Okay, that one's already been hit. And this one. Okay, Hail of Thorns. Psh, first shot, terrible. Second one, you absolutely nail them. Well done, Gwyn. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, very good turn. This one that's scurried, that's right next to Steel, is going to attack Steel. Oh, I really hope Spider Climb doesn't fail. If you get hit, that would be bad.
Nah, it won't fail.
Oh, well, there was a natural 20 for a start.
Natural
So that's,
20.
14 points of slashing damage as it wraps its tentacles around you, brings it close to its beak. Need a con save, DC 10.
No problem. I have plus 11 to this right now because I'm blade swinging.
Okay, so don't even bother rolling. But you can roll. Rolling dice is always fun. Okay.
Wow.
You wasted a natural 20. I love it.
So tentacles grab around you, and then it brings it close to you, to its beak, which tries to chomp you with its beak. And it rolls a 22.
Yeah, 20 right now, blade swinging. So, yep.
Okay, so 5 points of piercing, and we won't even bother with a con save unless you take massive damage, which you haven't. But it starts chewing on you. And finally... Okay, 50-50. 4 to 6, it's on the ceiling. It's not on the ceiling. It's going to come scuttle along the wall here. You don't get an attack of opportunity still because it goes high, but then it ducks down, and from the wall it's going to try and attack you again. Going with its tentacles, it rolls an 18, so that's a miss with your blade song going up, and it doesn't get a big attack because it doesn't bring you towards you. Christian, flat-footed. Ilva, flat-footed. Normal round resumes. Anvar, the one right next to you, swings at you with its tentacles. Misses with an 8.
Yeah.
And that one is dead. And this one is going to go for you as well. Anvar, tentacles shoot out. Rolling a 21.
That hits.
Okay, so 7 points of slashing damage. And with its tentacle, it brings you to its beak, where it tries to chomp you as well. And it rolls a natural 1. So just total 7 points of damage for that one.
7 points of damage. Alright.
Or
Ow.
Or let's see here. It'll fly up to the one on the ceiling next to Gwen, do help, and then fly back down.
okay. So advantage on that one to Gwyn. Okay, next one. 50-50. 1 to 3. It's
Come
steel.
at me.
It's steel. It is coming at you. Tentacles. Rolls an 11. That's a miss. Doesn't get a big attack if it misses on that. Steel, your turn.
Front one right here, green flame blade again.
Sure. That hits.
Okay. Normal damage, and then green flame damage. So 20 total to this guy, and the fire jumps, doing 10 fire to this guy here.
That one takes out that one.
And then
And it's 10 to that one.
bonus action, Rappy command to rend attack this guy.
Okay. That hits.
Alright. And that is 5 force damage.
Okay, nice. Rappy's doing a good job. Okay, but the Grix come at you again. The one next to you, Gwyn, is going to try and pop you off the ceiling again. It is going to roll an 8 this time. So athletics or acrobatics, looking to get at least an 8. Okay, once again, you miraculously hang on to a bit of aerial acrobatics, like you're rock climbing, and that's going to miss.
I killed your friend! Ha ha!
If only it understood English, or common at least.
I say it in Abyssal.
Still no response.
I was about to say, I don't think
Dang.
so. I think Grix speak that. I don't know if they
Scuttles
speak anything.
along the wall, descends next to Plod.
No.
Tentacles shoot out. Rolls a 6. Plod says, "Bring it on, Stinky!" And he stumbles out the way. Not so much sways out the way, but he manages to dodge it. Okay, so that's a miss.
Cool.
Oh, Plod.
And Anvar.
Okay. Which one of these guys are damaged?
I don't have a hit point bar showing. There we go. That one's the most damaged. This one
Right.
here.
Anyone else?
No. Well, there are damaged ones, but they're dead. Everything else looks pretty healthy.
Okay, I see. In that case, I'm going to use Toll the Dead against that guy.
Okay.
So Wisdom 15.
Okay, Toll the Dead. Wisdom 15. That rolls an 11, so roll damage for that.
Woohoo!
15, and the creature not used to these loud sounds shakes its head and then explodes with Toll the
Nice.
Dead.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to use. Oh, wait a minute! I can't use that anymore. I've removed it. Anything else I could do? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna cast Shield of Fate on what's his name? The guy next to me.
Clistrin?
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
gonna concentrate on that.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I'm doing a little bit rough here. Plod.
And
Sorry.
I'm just gonna say,
Stay there. Cool.
maybe try to get out of combat, and that's my turn.
Okay. Plod says, Grin! Grin, what do I do? Take your time. I'm only dying over here.
You're not dying. Just do your best to get away from him. Like, try to disengage.
Hey, Stinky, what's that over there? And for some unknown reason, the creature does look over there, and Plod takes a disengage action and disappears up the corridor. I'll shoot from here. Great idea, Gwyn. Gwyn, your turn.
You're so. Okay. The one that Steel put help on, is he on the ceiling with me still?
You're right next to you.
Okay, just want to make sure. In that case, I will swing with my short sword at this guy.
24 hits.
Nice. And ignore favored foe on that. Sorry, so it's 10.
Got it.
And then sneak attack
Yep.
and bug. So that's 25.
25. Ooh, yeah, serious damage, but the Grick not only doesn't die, but manages to continue to hold on to the ceiling and just growls at you.
Then my second sword.
Your second sword, cool. That hits, yeah?
I don't know how to turn that off, but it's 8.
And the creature loses its grip from the ceiling, falls to the ground with a satisfying splat, and it's gone.
Boom. Roasted.
Okay, you stay
Then
up there.
I'm going to bonus action healing word on our friend.
Thanks, Gwen, I needed that.
You're welcome, bud. Then that will be my turn.
Okay, cool. This one is going to attack Steel again. Whoops. And goes with its tentacles first. Rolls an 11. So you slide out the way. No good. Clistrin, with this thing right next to him, feeling a bit more confident with the Shield of Faith on him. He's going to attack twice with his short sword. Ha! Ha! And he hits twice for 8 points of damage. Get away from me, you ugly creatures! We have more important business to do here. And finally, Ilva, after a surprise round and rolling a 2, your turn.
Yeah. Our next character is going to be dex-based. Let's see. Move up a bit. And she's going to try to position her pike to hit this guy. Try
Okay.
to stab him.
Cool. "19 hits. Yep.
I'll re-roll that one. Let's see. I'll re-roll that one again with Piercer. Yeah, that's better. 13
So-
damage.
13 damage against this one as you reach over with your pike. Nice.
Yes, and if he's not dead, I'll hit him again.
He's not dead. Yep. He's taken
let's see.
the thorn thing that. That's all damage. You need to roll to hit, bud.
I didn't roll to hits. Yeah, that's brain fart. Let's see.
Ah, okay. Well, your optimism pays off as you reach over and just stab this creature, and with 2 shots, down it goes.
And I'm gonna stand. Yeah, I'll get between Glistrin and this Grick now.
Grick. Okay, very cool. So once again, the Grick. No, it's going to attack. It's going to attack. It's going to reach out with its tentacles. Wraps them around you with a 19, Anvar.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, it does 11 points of slashing damage. And a con save, please, for the
Okay.
Shield of Faith.
Let's do the con first.
Okay.
Yeah, not gonna roll again.
Okay, so 11 points of slashing damage, and as it grabs you with its tentacles, it brings you towards its beak, tries to chomp you with that as well, and rolls a dirty 20. So another 5
Ouch.
points of piercing damage, and another con save. DC 10. Okay, no problem. You guys are nailing the con saves. Still munching away on
You
the
said
wizard.
5 damage, right? On the last one?
Yeah, 5 damage. Yep.
Okay.
11, then 5, so 16 altogether. Okay, that one's dead. It won't do anything. Or
All right, fly to this guy. Give help.
and fly over there. Okay, perfect. Steel.
All right, green flame blade with advantage on the one on the wall here next to Rappy.
Okay. Green flame fires up. 27 hits.
Okay, normal damage and green flame damage.
So
14 total.
14 total you doing.
And then bonus action Rappy.
Okay.
Good Snail Defender.
Okay.
And then one more for the crit. 18 total force damage.
Rappy just turns
what's up.
into a little blender and just little chunks of this script just fly off in various places. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, these. This thing is going to head over here, Ilva, to the north of you, and then start climbing up the ceiling. Going to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
Misses.
That's a miss.
Okay, so it scuttles up and it disappears into a very narrow cave opening. You see the entrance it went into, but not where it went. It's just some type of burrowing or squishiness, but it disappears from in there. Anvar, you still have one next to you, though. What do you do?
Ooh. I think I'm going to. I'm just gonna toll the dead. Yeah. So wisdom 15.
Okay, it has taken damage. And it rolls a... Whoops.
Natural 20!
Oh no.
So that's
Oh well.
And that's your turn?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Plod pops out.
I love Blob. Love Blob.
Good old Plob. and he brings out his short bow. Says, "I'll kill you, motherfuckers!" And fires off his short bow at the Grick and misses. Says, "Shit!" And he disappears back down the corridor. Gwyn.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at this guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that hits.
forgot I had +10. Okay. Yeah, gross, but he is next to Anvar, so
So 15.
and
And bugs.
Bug.
Oh, the bugs take him out. They slowly,
Nice.
all opening, and the bugs go in and eat him from the inside out.
amazing. And they come back and cover up my lovely arm.
Beautiful.
And then that's everybody. So
Okay, so one of the Gricks disappeared up into the cave. Is anybody doing anything about that?
can I see it at all, or is it not visible?
You have a look, and it's down a narrow kind of narrow tunnel, and then it disappears around the corner. So no, you cannot see it.
Alright, then I'm not gonna bother with it.
I will throw a firebolt down there, hoping the fire will go around the corner.
Nice.
Okay, tell you what, roll to hit, but I'll say it's at disadvantage since you're not really sure where you're targeting it.
Okay. First one, second one.
Roll damage.
Nice. Let's go.
5 damage. Okay. Yeah, when the player knows it's it, the character knows you threw a fly ball down there and it erupted.
I'll sling like 5 more and then be done.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay, you do that. Is it dead? Oh, you don't know. But it's just firebolt after firebolt erupts down the stairs, down the passageway. And with that, all the Gricks have stopped. And you find yourself alone in this cave. Now, unfortunately, I have to end it a little bit early today. I know I've told you guys I've taken care of foster kids. We also take care of a lady called Robin who's 35, but she's on the autism spectrum, and she's non-verbal, and she's about to arrive home for my bus, and my wife is out with the kids. So I just need to make sure that I'm here, otherwise she's going to freak out. So,
Yeah.
thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Stories.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Convenient place to end as well, regardless. Okay, guys, thank you. Always fun playing
Yeah.
with you, and we'll see most of you next week. And
Yes.
Sergio told me he's going to be absent for 2 weeks, so Sergio won't
weeks?
be 2 weeks. But I'm assuming we'll get Simon back next time. Okay, but go to Dash.
So
Yep.
he's going to be gone this week and next week, and then he's back.
That's right. So Sergio will
Or
miss
2
one
weeks
more
to
session.
next.
Yeah, he'll miss
Okay,
one
I
more
understand.
session. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
See you next week, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.